Hey folks, leave it here once again. Welcome back to another video. This time it is a review of Doctor. I'm back with some changes on my channel video I did yesterday and Pickup 2. That's on my channel if you want to check it out right now. And this is a movie review, but hold on. Just to remind you guys, to subscribe to this channel. Leave it right now like 9:30. Fucking thing wants to work now. Okay, here we go. Yep, subscribe to that one. Anyway, continue with this. Continue with my superhero reviews where I've been on the 2000s era of superhero movies. That's superhero movies from 2000 to 2009. And I'm on the last movie of 2003, and that is starring like Sean Connery. Yeah, basically his final role. But this was before his retirement in 2006, and when he passed away in 2020, sadly. Yes, but and that is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I've never hated this film. I don't mind it. I didn't think it was that bad. I'd rather watch this than the Crow remake that just came out or Madam Web. Excuse me. That's just me. And I've seen worse superhero movies from the year from 2000s and 2010s. And I'm sure I've seen, yeah, Morbius. I'd rather watch some of the Venom movies or Morbius. Yeah, again, I don't mind this film. This is a great movie. No, I mean, I like it. It could have been a better movie, but for what it is, I don't mind this film. You know, nothing special about it. Sorry. I was, shuffling. I had I had a muffin a while ago. Sorry. But yeah, for what it is, it's decent. I do have my problems with it, but there's some things I do like about the movie that I get enjoyment out of. There are problems, but I'll get to that later on in the video. So basically, this is loosely based on the first volume of the comic series of the same name. Yeah, Leave a Strange Gentleman, Volume 1, that the movie is based off of. Oh, in the comics, it says Mina Mary, who's like the vampire leader, she's divorced her husband, now he works for the British government. She meets with MI5 agent Campaign Bond, the grandfather of James Bond, who gives us task of gathering selected members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, like Captain Nemo, Alan Quartermain. So for this group, you have Sean Connery plays Alan Quartermain. Uh, this young kid right here plays Tom Sawyer. You got Captain Nemo, Skinner, Mina, Dr. Jekyll, and he's also Mr. Hyde. As you said, these are century characters or whatever, something like that. And I know this character's name. If I forget, not going to spend my time reading that, but you can read more of it on Wikipedia. But that's what it's based off of this comic. It was shipped by 20th Century Fox for the production. A little bit. Let's see. Because 20th Century Fox was unable to secure the rights to the title character of H.G. Wells' 1987 novel, the script referred to the Invisible Man as Invisible Man, and his name was changed from Holland Griffin to Rodney Skinner. The Hugh Machone character was dropped. At the present studio, the character of Tom Sawyer was added to increase the film's appeal to American audiences and the youth demographic. A move that demographic. A move that producer Don Murray intentionally dismissed a stupid studio note, but later described as a brilliant casting. It further turned down the roles of Architect Matrix trilogy and Lord of the Rings trilogy, the latter which would reportedly have earned him $455 million. Connery agreed to appear as Quartermain for $17 million. Yeah. From what I heard, I've seen one of the reviews of this movie that Connery and the director, I think that was Stephen Norrington, they didn't get along behind the scenes. I don't think Norrington even showed up to the premiere of this movie. Because him and Connery didn't get along. Character named Eva, daughter of German scientist Carl Trevor, remained invisible and furnished materials, despite not appearing in the film's final cut. You get the prop pistol used by Captain Nemo, which is pretty cool. The studio pressed filmmakers for a summer release because Master and Commander was slated for a fall release. The production encountered delays when a special effects set failed to perform as intended, forcing the filmmakers to quickly look for another effects shop. Connery reportedly had many disputes with director Stephen Norton. Like I said, I don't know that. You know, I haven't behind movies all the time. But I don't know that because I wasn't there. Norton did not attend the opening party. And I'll be honest, for the director's committee, Connor said to reply, check the local asylum. Norton report did not like the studio's supervision and was uncomfortable with large crews. Connor claimed that making the film the quality of the finished product convinced him to permanently retire from acting in movies. I guess he's just Connor's getting to the age was like, you know what? I've been in movies for a long time. Maybe I'm just done. He was getting older at this point, so maybe he figured, you know what? I'm just gonna retire and not deal with the stress anymore. He told the Times it was a nightmare. The experience had greatly influenced me. It made me think about showbiz. I got fed up with dealing with idiots. As 2023, Norton and screenwriter James Dale Robertson have not worked on a live-action feature-length film since The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Larry Cohen and Martin Poole sued 20th Century Fox Fellows and the scripted cast characters, which they had pitched to the studio between 1993 and 96. Fox denied the allegations of born nonsense, but they settled out of court. Roger Ebert gave it one star out of possible four. He said, "League of Extraordinary Gentlemen assembles a splendid team of heroes to battle for a plan for world domination. And then, just when you seem as about to become a real corker of an adventure movie, plunges into motivations, causes without effects, effects without causes." They got a book novelization of the movie. The soundtrack has two songs on it. They've talked about it in a reboot, but I guess it hasn't happened. Yeah. But anyway, for the cast of the movie, you have Sean Connery, Quatermain, who is a legendary adventurer and a hunter skilled in treachery, marksmanship, and hand-to-hand combat. I can't say this man's name right. Nada Shah is Captain Nemo, Captain the Intelligent and gifted swordsman, and an inventor. But this actor was pretty good. I guess he's done quite a few films. He's directed some movies too, which is one that I can't name. Then you have Peter Wilson as Dr. Mina Margaret, a chemist who retains immortality and vampire. She's pretty much a vampire, and she has those abilities given to her by Count Dracula. I think she was in Super. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, she was in Superman Returns. Yeah, yeah, when Superman is saving the airplane and she's talking to Lois Lane, played by Kate Bosworth. Yeah, that's that actress. And Tony Curran as Rodney Skinner is a German thief who got his hands on Griffith's invisibility serum. Tony Curran, I've already seen him in a few movies. He was in Thor: The Dark World. Yeah. He was in 13th Warrior. I guess that was Antonio Banderas movie he was in. Gladiator. He was in Blade 2. Oh, I think I remember him in Blade 2. I remember him as Priest. Yeah, he was getting that. He was in Flight the Phoenix. I remember him in that. He was in X-Men First Class. And Thor the Dark, but he's uncredited. So he has done the superhero role before. Stuart Townsend as Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray, okay. He's meeting his former lover and experienced duelist, rendering him immortal by first painting. He's basically immortal. You can't shoot him, you can't stab him. But if he looks at his own painting of himself, the painting decays over a year. Every year it'll decay like a dead body. If he stares at it, he'll die. Yeah. Stuart Townsend. Shane West as Tom Sawyer, an American Secret Service agent recruited by Quartermain to assist the League. Yeah. The actor's name is Shane West. Good actor. I think he's good here. So, well, they added his character in here, which is fine. Jason Fleming as Dr. Henry Jekyll, Edward Hyde, a scientist who could a dual personality, experimenting on himself and Hyde. He has an immense strength, endurance, and a love of violence. Dr. Hyde does, yeah. Mr. Hyde does. Not Dr. Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll. You know, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, century character, fantasy character that was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, they were the inspiration for the Incredible Hulk, created by Marvel, and he was also, I think, the inspiration. You say probably for the Mask, Stanley Ipkiss, probably the inspiration for Harvey Dent, Two Face from Batman. Yeah, he was an X-Men First Class as Hazel, one of the you know joined the Hellfire Club. But I basically just remember him from the Jungle Book as Lieutenant John Wilkins. He was killed by Shere Khan. I always remember him from that movie. And he was in Seed of Chucky, which yeah, that film sucks. And he was in Deep Rising. I've seen that movie. I think was that the Sleep One selection? Yeah, it was okay. I think I'm I've seen that film one time. I remember enjoying it. He's in Transported 2, Stardust. I say it's my first class as a character named Hazel. Yeah. So he did go on to be another superhero movie. Richard Roxburgh as M, Professor James Morarton. He's the old enemy Sherlock Holmes. And again, there will be spoilers in this review. So if you've not seen The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, turn the video off right now. Yeah. Tony Bruin as Sanderson Reed. David Hemmings as Nigel. An old friend of Alfred Ray supposes him to die while storytellers, but he gets murdered. Terry O'Neill as Ishmael, Captain Nemo's first mate. Max Ryan as Dante. One more his henchman. Yeah. The film was directed by Stephen Norrington. Well, he worked. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Stephen Norrington. He directed Blade. Yeah. The first Blade. And he hasn't directed since. James Dale Robertson did the screenplay. Uh, he did the story for 2014 Son of Batman, which I was not a big fan of. And it's based on League of Extraordinary Gentlemen by Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill. It's produced by Trevor Albert. Sean Connery himself produces this film, or is an executive producer. Mark Gordon, Don Murphy. That probably was part of their deal to, make Connery since they're paying him. Maybe he wanted to be an executive producer on this film for that. Cinematography by Dan Linston. He did work on the cinematography for John Wick 2, Chapter 2, the editing for John Wick 3 and John Wick 4, some of the John Wick movies. He did the cinematographer, and he really is a good cinematographer. It's edited by Paul Rule. Sorry, can't say his name right. He's worked on another superhero movie, Hancock, Thor, The Avengers. He's the guy worked on The Avengers. Did the editing for that movie too. The music is by Trevor Jones. He's done music score for The Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, Arachnophobia, Cliffhanger. Love his score to Cliffhanger. That stars Sylvester Stallone. I, Robot, Around the World in 80 Days. Production companies Anger Films, international production companies JD Productions, Shiro 20th Fox. It was released July 11th, 2003 here in the US, and October 7th, 2003 in the UK in London. It's 110 minutes long. Budget was $78 million, and the box office made $179.3 million worldwide. I would say it was a big flop. On its budget, it seemed like it made money, but it did somewhat surpass its budget somewhat. It did fair enough. It just didn't get a sequel. Because I guess because people did not like the movie. Excuse me. But for the plot of this movie, the story is that a team of extraordinary figures, adventures, a great adventure of literature, including Alan Quartermain, Vampires, Mina Parker from Dracula, The Invisible Man, Rodney Skinner, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, an American Secret Service agent named Sawyer, Captain Nemo, and Dorian Gray. They are called to stop a villain intent on turning the nations of the world against one another. Basically, this villain is called the Phantom, and he intends to make world war. He wants to create Armageddon around the entire world. So the League show up so they have to work together as a team, and they have to find the Phantom and stop him and take him down. And from basically creating Armageddon, the team have to take him down. So that's the plot of the nutshell for you. Yeah, they're Victorian heroes, superheroes. Yeah. But before start talking about the movie itself, and then drink the water. We're in 18 minutes. I know there's always not too bright in here. Alright. Get that mat up sometime I want to. I'm just happy dirty. See, just gonna be doing this. Oh. Yeah, the chair can go up and down. Alright. So I'll get to talk about the plot, the story of the movie. So League of Strong Gentlemen, here we go. I got this movie from Google, by the way. You know, I don't think green was colored today. Anyway, the film opens up in 1899, late 1800s, with an attack on the Bank of England. These security guards, well, police, Scotland Yard, were involved in that offensive come in London. They're trying to stop them. They will stop this tank. One guy gets run over by the tank. They rob his bank. They start shooting guys up. And then you see the Phantom talking about his plan for world domination. He goes around the world, creating chaos and war. He has these advanced and automated weapons, and even the first ever tank. And he attacks Europe, an attack. So in order to do this, the government or agents of the Secret Service basically want to create a team of a League of Strange Gentlemen. So first of all, they go to Alan Quartermain, Brother Sean Connery, but we don't see him at first in the movie. We can see him and he's living in Africa. Quartermain's retired, but they go to this guy, talking to him, And he thinks that, and he's talking like, of course, man, and then Sean Connery talks. And he's like, well, your government needs you. I'm like, my government's needing me too. My fight's over. I've lost many people. We found out that Cormier lost his son. You know, I didn't want to do that a little later, but you know, he doesn't want to fight anymore. He's been through it enough. Uh, then these guys show up at some Quartermain, and Quartermain's listening. He's like, and they shoot him. The Quartermain shoots him in the head. He's like this. Wrong Quartermain. You know, Jeff Connery says. And he finds him, yeah, Sean Connery breaks the doubt when it's not over here, but the action in this here is pretty good. Pretty well shot, I think. They're not mortal. They just have these plates. He tries to go up to them. They have machine guns, so he runs, fights with the guys, knocks one guy out. Yeah, puts him on a table, kills him, kills these guys. One guy gets away. Quartermain gets his wife. He's running. Gets him with his gun, shoots him. Tries to question him, but the guy kills himself. And then all of a sudden, have the building that they ran out of blows up. And Quartermain says, you know what? Yeah, I'm coming. Because he knows that this Armageddon war is coming. So he decides to join Sanderson, Reed, and they go to London. I like the way London shot in the rain and stuff. I like when Quartermain mentioned when Alan mentioned Quartermain mentions Phineas Fogg. He tries to roll around and it's funny that movie would actually come out a year later, starring with Jackie Chan and Steve Coogan. I think I can't say his name right. Yeah, come out a year later. But he goes to meet him. I think that he meets this mysterious man. Yeah, you know, if you watch James Bond, I'm talking about, so I guess this is James Bond because in James Bond movies, with Sean Connery's other ones, M was his supervisor. He was the head of MI6, the British Secret Service. So I like that little. I like that they made this little a Bond reference. Yeah, and he explains his plan that he wants to create, you know, modern version of the Return of the Gentleman. He's like, what? Like, it's just special people who can take this Phantom down, you know, in times of need. They want to stop him from destroying Venice. Quatermain is introduced to the Indian captain that is Captain Nemo. Uh, Captain Nemo has a reputation as a thief, probably, but as he says, then you meet Skinner, who teases Quatermain at first. He's like, no games. I'm not playing a game. Meets Rodney Skinner and Mina Harker. Mina. They also, yeah, after that talk, meet each other. I'd be like, wow, their car. Captain Nemo shows them their car. This is like the 1800s cars weren't really there then, so Captain Nemo has his own car. Kind of looks like a Cruella de Vil car to me a little bit. But as they're right, he's like, you know, one woman I've once plenty of women, two wives, and some lovers. And I don't do that again. It's like, I'll take them my way. And then you're like, shut up, Skinner. So they arrive there, Dorian Gray tells him he's not really interested in joining them either. That he's fought for a long time, seen many wars. He's lived for many centuries. Because he's immortal. But the Phantom eventually finds them as his men. He's like, who brought these men? Not me. And then you have, what's his name? Tom Sawyer come up. He's just in a, like, in a scarred mask. In mask. St. Cormac. Starts shooting. And, you know, Sean Connery, like, headbutts there. Knocks him out. And Dorian is sword fight. Captain Nemo sword fights a little bit, which is cool when you see him sword fight a little bit. But he tries to, one of the guys tries to use a machine gun on Dorian, shoots him up. And, and Dorian stabs him. He's like, what are you? He's like, mortal or something like that. Uh, But the Phantom gets away, and they take down his men. Then they have to find Mr. Hyde running up and top streets of London. Uh, that Sean Connery, well, Quartermain and Sawyer and Tom Sawyer, they run to they go chasing after him down. He shoots him down. It's like this. It's crushed and Quartermain tells him, he's like, thanks. Sawyer says, watch it, boy. I don't want to watch it. I don't can't protect y'all. But he's able to get a shot at him. Doesn't want to shoot at him, but knocks him down from the building so that they can catch him. And they meet Mr. Hyde, and he's the last member they're getting. Because Captain Nemo has a ship that they go into, which is a really cool, like a big, huge submarine. They capture Mr. Hyde, and he's like, Mr. Hyde, this college sentiment. And he's like, would you like to see my next trick? And he's like, how are you going to turn back into? He's like, Dr. Henry Jekyll, played by Jason Fleming. They go on Nemo's submarine, the Nazis, and they set for Venice. Nemo finds a flash powder in his found in his wheel room. But you find like I said, Quartermain, he teaches the sword how to shoot, sword misses. They teach him how to shoot, and he goes and how to shoot like a 500-yard target. And he tells them about his son and he took his son to war with him in the agency, and the son died. After that, he left his country, Queen country. He was done. He quit after that. Couldn't save his son, and when his son died, he felt guilty about it. So he decided to give up working for the government and all that stuff, working for Queen country. And we sort of asking him questions like, his teaching me, she's like, well, did you teach your son to do this? And he walks away. Sawyer also has a, maybe tries to meet up. Well, I forgot to mention, meet up one of the fantasy men like grab her. And she's like, can you attention? She bites him literally. Yeah. But meanwhile, I'm sorry, I go over my review sometimes. But he tries to like flirt with Mina, but she's like, I'm not interested in you. You see her on cameras. I do like to see more Mina's imitating Sean Connery's voice. Women anymore now. Yes. Thought that was funny. Her and Dorian are like ex-lovers, I guess you could say. See where she gets blood, gets the blood off and they kiss. Doug Jones watching, I guess maybe he has some attraction to Mina. Because Mr. House trying to get that violent out of him was like, this ship was to me, And Captain was like, don't bring that monster out of my ship. I was like, I won't. You got your own demons too, something like that. And he says, uh, Dr. Jekyll, Jekyll goes to his quarters, to his room, finds his potion that he can drink to turn to Mr. Hyde. Somebody stole it. They think it's Skinner because Skinner has gone missing. And that makes them think Skinner is the culprit. Like I said, there'll be spoilers in here. They reach Venice in time, but there's bombs planted. And Jason Fleming, well, they all get in the car, but not all of them. Captain Nemo stays with his group. They take some men down, they stay on their ship so that they can blow where the bomb is going to be at. Uh, Quartermain Sawyer, Gray, and Mina go in the car. But Dr. Joe doesn't want to do he doesn't want to come inside. And they're shooting all these men. And Dorian jumps up and fights some men. And Nina's like, I got the boys. And she returns to a vampire and goes after all these men with the bats. Pretty cool scene. Sawyer gets some shots in. And it's like the villains are walking around them. A lot of CGI. Yeah. But they find the bomb and it blows up. Gray, who is, spoiler alert, he's actually the traitor, working with the Phantom, and he kills one of the men who stabs him. Shoots him, I mean, so he can steal a pod. Speaking has to be set in place, they set it in place and it works. Quartermain sees the Phantom, chases after the Phantom all the way. Sawyer is able to get Nemo to attack, and he wrecks the core, but he gets saved. He spends up fine, and the Phantom he chases the Phantom. The Phantom's like, "You couldn't stop me. You can't do nothing. You can't even save your own son. How does that feel, Quartermain?" And he's like, "We're gonna stop you." And Quartermain attacks him, takes up to it, and you find out that it's M who was James Moriarty. M is the Phantom. He's like, "Even though you don't," then he runs off. Then he goes tell the team that M is the Phantom. He's the one that's behind the whole and stuff, but he's doing all this. And they say, "Where's Gray?" They see Gray in the pod just saying bye to them. The league regroups at the Nemo sits out in pursuit of him, but they find this record is found from M and Gray, revealing that the league was a ruse so that M could steal these physical elements from each of the league members. So basically, he wants to create this army of superpowered soldiers that he can, take over the world. Okay, I guess that's world domination. I mean, this really their plan to me doesn't really. Drawing great. I don't even hate really doing this. I really don't know. I do question, the villain's motives in here, but you know, and Dwayne admits that he was the one that, put the powder in, Nemo's ship and stole Jetter's formula and took Nemo's blood, Mina's blood sample from her, and that he, you know, his reason Skinner disappeared. Skinner, but he wants to see profit by serving World War and selling armament and weaponry based on the powers of the League to combat countries. Okay, that's a good motive. So basically, after telling him his plan, they reveal that they put a bomb at the bottom of the submarine, which goes off and blows them up. Nemo says leave his own men to die, but Jekyll, who has become Mr. High by going down the submarine, going down, jumping in the water, takes his serum, his potion, and turns into him, turns into Mr. Hyde, and Mr. Hyde is able to save the ship, bring it back up using his strength, you know, and Mr. Hyde looks at reflection and sees Doctor's like, we did it together, and they're all grateful to him, but then they all have to go to, they get a signal from Skinner, and it's the Arctic. Uh, they trip to the cave, and they sneak to the cave. Quartermain is outside watching. Jim Flowery is, and he sees this white tiger pull up, and he, shoot at the tiger, but lets it go. And after that, Skinner, touches him, he gets slapped for it, but he tells him that he was hiding because he knew what they was up to, so he needed to hide just to get the upper advantage. And he tells them, he's having these people down there as kind of slaves, these scientists, and he's got them captured. He's going to kill them eventually when they're down building his weapons. And families hold as hostages in this factory. Uh, Quartermain decides to go after him. Sawyer's with him. And Captain Nemo and Hyde, well, of course, Dr. Evil takes his potion, becomes Mr. Hyde again, and he fights the men off, and they'll, like shooting his men, and he was really shut down by, my friend from his right hand man, his right hand man, sorry. And I like it when he uses, like, he's able to get something, like a shield or whatever, part of it, part of a brick or whatever, giant brick, so that he says this, Fitzgerald says, this is not all you've got, you know. And Nina goes after Dorian, after Gray. She fights him a bit, maybe like some, comes her vampire and he stabs her. You think he kills her, but she comes back to life. She stabs him, even though she traps him with a sword. He's trapped and can't get out. He's like, you didn't even look at that image of yourself. And then she pulls his the picture out, looks at him, and so that and dies. His body disintegrates. You know, skeleton, and he dies very quickly. Nemo end up finding one of the men who his M's right hand man drinks the whole potion, the whole like a giant portion of the he drinks it like nearly half the portion that turns into a beast. Yeah, the CGI is not looking very good, but I'll get to that later. They fight a bit. Decent fight. Not as great as the Incredible Hulk fight. It's a good fight. I thought it was a good fight. It's definitely better than Hulk 2003. I can actually see what's going on. I mean, the editing is not perfectly great, but it's still good for what it is. I mean, it doesn't get on my nerves. At least I can see what's going on, like in the Hulk 2003 film, where the action scenes, some of them are nighttime, you can't see nothing. This could be considered nighttime too, but you get some light now from photography to see what's going on. And Mr. Hyde looks cool. I know Jason Fallon they had to sit in a good couple of hours of makeup just to get into this Mr. Hyde character. And I think Mr. Hyde looks cool. Mr. Hyde, by the way, I think he looks awesome in here. He looks better than Hulk from 2003. They should have made Hulk like a little more vicious like this. Mr. Hyde looks like Mr. Hyde looks very vicious and mean, but he is a hero. He's a good guy. Yeah, but he turns back into Doctor Jekyll. They get into this wall area of ice, which the ice glaciers, the big guy, that took all the serum trying to destroy them, but the rocks did not down on gets crushed. Uh, so, Quartermain has it back to them. They have to take him down. Told him is that he nearly gets he shoots at for Tom Sawyer, who's behind him to protect him, but he gets stabbed, and then M tries to run. Tries to run his submarine, tries to escape, and Tom Sawyer takes the gun rifles. I remember patience, be slow, take your time, be patient, and then shoots him in the head, killing him. And his serum, his box that has the world of Armageddon in his technology is destroyed. Cronus says, "At least I, fought one more good fight," and he dies. Because the new century belongs to you, kid, and he passes away. In the league, they summon Africa to Barry Quartermain in respect. This, which I didn't like the ending. The ending was weird, but they all leave. At Birmingham to continue with being the League of Short Gentlemen to probably get more people with their group and stop more threats from coming. Oh, now I get the ending. Since they won't let Quartermain, Africa won't let him die. There, she's finally making the rifle that sort of left in the grave shake, and the screen goes black. So I guess you can assume that Quartermain goes back to life. You know, and then that's the ending of. Let me read some ending of this movie. the theming in the film. Oh, Mr. Ice's home is really hard. And that's what they say. And I've been missing one, so it's sort of sweet to me as rare wine. I am yours. You're sweet and you're young. Neither trace that hold in my high regard. Now, would you like to learn to shoot? I can't already. Oh, I saw very American fire and bullets and hope to hit the target. The hunt is too dangerous for a woman, even once it is you. Leave it to me. The bedroom, Mina. Does it give you memories or ideas? Ideas. If it has been permanent, I've been very upset. She like stabs him in the balls with a knife. What are you? I'm complicated. I hope I could nail you one more time. Didn't think it'd be literally. I've been waiting all the week to do that. Get a grip, man. Well, I thought I just did. Oh, Mina, report. Well, hello to you too. And need you remind you, I am naked in the snow. I can't feel any of my extremities, and I mean any of them. If you can't do it with one bullet, don't do it at all. Draw your pistol. I walk a different path. Automatic rifles. Who was in God's name? It's automatic rifles. Alright. Just reading some quotes from the movie. I'm not going to read every quote. But let me get my final opinion on this movie. Glad to be done. With my final opinion on The League of Strange Gentlemen. Now, I like this movie. I don't mind it. Again, I've seen worse movies. Now, what do I like about it? The plot is interesting. I like the whole thing about Voldemort again. And I do like this group of Victorian gentlemen. I think it's a good cast in here. I thought the cast was good. Sean Connery for his last movie. He's really good as a lead. Alan Quartermain, he really knows Sean can lead a film, and he really did well. I thought the story was fine. It's not the greatest story ever, but I thought the story was good. Yeah, it's a bit cliche, but again, I've seen that in many movies. You gotta have a story. Yeah, and the characters are good. I could agree. I guess they didn't really have time to develop all these characters because you have so many. Yeah, one, two, three, seven, like eight characters in the movie. Well, seven of them, I believe, and well, eight if you include Mr. Hyde himself. And you really don't have time to develop a whole bunch of characters. I know critics complained about that. I did see some character depth though with Sean Connery about his son. I would like to hear more about his past though. You know, yeah. Seems like he just didn't want to do this, but I feel like the plot form again, they have to stop it. It's basically the Avengers or Justice League before Justice before those movies even came out. Yeah. I think Stephen Norton did a good job directing. I will say Blade is better. This film was featured in it. I do think it should have been rated R. Maybe he would have been a. I could see a bit more action, blood and gore in his movie, but a lot more interesting in my opinion. And I don't think the screenplay is so bad. I do think the characters are good characters. I do think I was not the story. Wasn't the greatest story in the movie, but I thought it was good. I like the characters. I think Tom Sawyer was my favorite, or probably Doug Jiggle, Mr. High, Jason Fleming was my favorite character in the movie. I thought the cinematography editing was good. The editing, I thought the editing was good. The action scenes I thought were well done. The editing, the cinematography, all the look of the movie, the way London looks. The music score is good, not very memorable though, in my opinion. And for the runtime, 110 minutes, yeah, it is a bit filled out film, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the pacing does take some a little time, but again, we're just getting to meet characters and stuff. Can take time with that. You know, introduce new characters and the plot, the story. You got to jump into all that, and of course, what's going on and why they have to take down the Phantom. Uh, cast I thought was really good. Action scenes I thought were good. Yeah, some of the special effects and CGI is good. Not all of it, no. But now it gets me to my problems. Now my problems are the villains. I do like the actor like Dorian Gray, but I don't really understand his motivation. Yeah, they don't really explain his motivation. He's got terrible living on story. He's trying to raise him. He just doesn't join him. Yeah, and making him the villain, I didn't like that at all. I'm not saying the actor was terrible. The actor was good, but I'd rather just leave the Phantom his mask on. Don't you know they kind of ruined the history of that in my opinion. Why does it have to be him? Yeah, I don't like that in movies where this person's the real villain in the film. Gotcha. We didn't need to do that. Just let me know who the villain already is. The Phantom. If I want to see his face, show it at the end. Do I think they need to kill Sean Connery? I don't mind them killing off Connery at the end. I mean, his last movie, maybe he figured, hey, maybe character died. I just think she should have been killed. Maybe with a bigger fight between him and the Phantom revealing himself. You know, then the Shadow Baker and Tom Sawyer then getting stabbed, and then maybe Tom Sawyer, Phantom running out and then shooting him. That was good. But he didn't need it to be him though. Those motivations are weak. I guess you'd say he wants this world domination on top, but okay, he's Jay Moriarty. Okay, who was like basically to Sherlock Holmes. He's like Lex Luthor to Superman, his greatest foe. But maybe put him in a Sherlock Holmes movie. Yeah, yeah. Don't make him mystery. Don't. Yeah, you could have had a different villain in here. Hell, maybe the Phantom just has a scarred up face. You know, leave it a mystery. Yeah. Sometimes I'd rather just a villain be a villain. I don't even know their history of why they're doing it. And then him wanting to do world domination by creating the machines and creating people like them. I don't think you needed that. I think that was the weaker part of the story, his motivation. You know, it's got a good story going, but once you dive deep into it, it's like, no, it's not good. But I do like the cast. The actor plays Captain Nemo, Skinner. Skinner was funny. Mina Moore, good actress. I thought she was good, and I thought Jason Momoa was great. Drawing great was good. Tom Sawyer still was the show, but Sean Connery was great too. Another way, some of the CGI is not hold up. It's 2003, 2000, or 2000. Some of the CGI is not going to hold up, especially around the building when it's blowing up. Yeah, it's a lot of CGI, and some of the CGI is bad in this film, especially toward the ending when that guy drinks the whole potion from Mr. Hyde and becomes stronger. It's a terrible looking CGI, but I will still say, the one in Hulk looks a lot worse. You know, especially when at least one thing I'll say about the villain, he's not really over the top and silly, or amping up or like Nick Nolte is. Yeah, he's not doing that. At least I'll give him that. It's just that you needed a better villain here. Yeah, the villains weren't very interesting, and the CGI was not very good. But I can get some enjoyment out of this. Like I don't mind it for what it is. It's I don't think it's that bad. I've seen worse. It didn't bore me. The pacing of it was fine. The story kept on going. I thought the pacing was pretty good. You know, and I like the characters. I like the cast. I thought the cast was good. But it's Sean Connery. Yes. Sorry, unlike Jared Leto, yeah, like Morbius. Morbius, he can't, because Jared Leto can't lead a movie. Tom Hardy can't lead a movie. Yeah, I don't like those other movies. Yeah. Or the Crow movie, Ghost or whatever his name is, who played it. Yeah. He can't lead a movie like Sean Connery could. Sean Connery was the leading man. Yeah. Ghost of would never be. I'm glad that Crow remake flopped. I'm glad it flopped. Good. At least this film, say what you will about it. You hate it? At least this film made somewhat probably more money than the Crow remake. Oh. Or hell, probably made more money than Madam Web. Shoot. And unlike nowadays, with some superhero movies that are either lackluster or the same thing, or just feel like TV shows, a lot of superhero movies are not that great nowadays, to be honest. Even in the 2010s, some were great, but then they were not. You know, I can definitely watch this over X Men Dark Phoenix or X Men Apocalypse, or heck, even X Men Last Stand. I'd rather watch this over that. I will say X Men Last Stand for its better CGI effects, a little bit of action, but not story. This definitely got a better story than that. It's just that when you get into those motives, that was the weak part for me. And some of the bad CGI. That is unusual, but Leave Strange Gentleman, it's fine. I like it for what it is. Should have been a better movie, but all of this because I do enjoy the cast. It is a shame that maybe the Connery and the Rock can get along, but they have it in movies. Now, I don't know if that's really true. Maybe the two just did not get along. at all. That happens in movies. Maybe it could have been egos or people in behind the movie wanting more screen time, or people, actors could have attitude behind scenes. Maybe it's just hard because Norton did direct and Blade, and Blade was a one-man army movie. Now he's directing this. It's an assembled cast of people that he'd work with. So that part was a little difficult to work with behind the scenes. So I guess for a lot of people, it's felt temp. I've seen a lot of worse movies, a lot of worse superhero flicks than this. Come on. Catwoman 2004, Elektra. Those are coming. The reason I'm having those films, I think, were terrible. But anyway, that my rating. So I'm gonna give this a Joe. I'm gonna give it a mild thumbs up. Mild thumbs up. To be nice. Yes. And my rating for this film is 4 to 5 stars for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I don't think it's terrible. I don't mind it with, I do think it is a good movie. It could have been a great movie. It just became a big missed opportunity. There's a lot of awesomeness in this movie, a lot of good stuff in this movie that's there. For me, pretty much some of the bad CGI, the bad villains' motives, and all that stuff, some of the story doesn't make sense. A lot of that badness, the good can outweigh the bad in this movie, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, tell me in the comments down below what do you think of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. If you hate the movie, we agree to disagree, then I mean that's fine. But I'm just saying I've seen worse. That's just my opinion. But guys, let me know what you think about The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, starring the late Sean Connery and directed by Stephen Norrington. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this film, in your opinion? And stay tuned. Again, my rating for the film is 4 to 5 stars. And stay tuned next. Probably today if I decide to do another review. Next is going to be Hellboy, starring Ron Perlman. And we will be starting with the 2004 superhero movies that came out in 2004. And that is Hellboy. So Hellboy is next, starring Ron Perlman. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.